guys, and welcome back to some more Dead by Daylight tips. So today I'm gonna be going over the Huntress, and the Huntress is actually one of the killers that I don't know a ridiculous amount about. So if you guys watch this and you guys are good with Huntress and you know that I am doing something wrong or that I have given something wrong in regards to information, and there's a better way to do something, please by all means let me know. This is all stuff that I found relatively works for me, but that does not mean that it is the best way to do it. So for Huntress, I don't have the best perks in the world for her. I don't really put in a lot of blood points because she is not one of my go-to killers. I'm running my normal base build of Ruin, Barbecue and Chili, Whispers, and Monitor and Abuse. So one thing that I don't know with Monitor and Abuse is if it actually affects her humming, because if you've played Dead by Daylight before and you've played against the Huntress, you will know that she has a humming sound and then she has her terror radius. I don't know if it does. Let me know if it does, but I've always ran Monitor and Abuse. If I don't run Monitor and Abuse, then chances are I would probably run Devour Hope. Then for just her add-ons, I just have it so that I reload a little bit faster out of the locker, and I got decreased cooldown in the hatchets, or like in between being able to throw the hatchets, whatever. One thing that I really like about Huntress, so Huntress is by far one of the better killers in this game, and that's because of how agile and how mobile she can be without being up on top of a survivor. So she throws hatchets. If you can get good at throwing hatchets and stuff like that, you can pretty much just dominate a match. I've seen some really top tier high-end Huntress players completely destroy like a full rank 1 survivor lobby before, because it was just a terror fest. They were so good. And she also has an insta down add-on, which I'm not going to run today. But the iridescent head allows you to insta down with a hatchet. So if I throw a hatchet at someone and I hit them, it insta downs them. The only problem is it reduces how many hatchets you have, so a lot of people counter that with the infantry belt. You end up getting 2 extra hatchets, so instead of being down to 1, you're down to 3. So it's kind of nice. But the biggest thing with Huntress is you want to keep pressure on the survivors with your range that you have. In my experience with her, she's been good with open to moderately open maps. Now, obviously, I haven't played Dead by Daylight in a while, so if you're wondering why I'm a rank 9 now, it's because I haven't played for like 2 resets. Okay, so I went from like a rank 3 or 4 down to a rank 9. I'm like, yeah! I've also deranked a little bit in the couple times that I have played, trying to prepare for the twins and stuff like that, just because when you're streaming the game, like you guys saw how fast that was, sometimes it takes upwards of like, I don't know, probably a good 10-15 minutes to actually find a match when you're in red and purple ranks, and it's crazy. I prefer staying in the high purple, low green ranks. So okay, so Thompson House. Huntress is actually decent in open maps. I prefer maps like Auto Haven Wreckers and even the Yamakao Estate. I kind of like that. But the big thing with Huntress, from what I found, oh, we got one who's AFK. That's lovely. We're just gonna murderize her right off the bat. I don't understand why people come in and AFK. I know like some people may be streamers or whatever, but like still you should kind of be paying attention, especially as survivor. You really don't normally take very long to find a match as a survivor. I don't know. That's just my thought. I think it's kind of poop. Nope, someone got them off. But so with Huntress, one of your big things that you want to try to do is you kind of want to predict where they're gonna run to, and you want to use your hatchets. Well, that's a hay bale. You want to use your hatchets to either stop them from going to a chase breaker or hit them through a chase breaker. So, like, you can throw over a pallet, and if they're like trying to drop a pallet just like that, it makes it so easy. Okay, well, you're trying to just die. That's lovely. I don't understand people like that. Well, I guess this is gonna be an easy match because she's just trying to give up and die. Yeah, she's not wiggling. There you go. Keep running. This person gave up. They don't want to be here. They're pieces of crap. I hate survivors like that. Like, look, I'm in a match. At least the one person is doing something for their team. But yeah, so oh, wait. Oh, that would have been amazing if I managed to hit her. You wanna use your hatchets as like either a way to cut them off from a chase breaker or a way to hit them through the chase breaker. So this person did exactly what they needed to do. Huntress, as far as I've ever seen, always fails horrifically. Ah, balls. When trying to loop in the killer shack. Come on. Fudge nuggets. Alright, that's alright. She can't go through the window anymore, so that's fine. The big issue is Huntress is actually a little bit slow speed-wise, so unless you have a really good line of sight, which Killer Shack, you know, you're rounding corners, you can't really like nail them around a corner and stuff like that. It makes it so that it's a very good anti-Huntress area. I thought I saw a locker over here. Didn't I? I mean, I know there's a locker in the Killer Shack. We'll just go do that. I'm also kind of like, at this point, letting them kind of do some stuff. I'm one of those killers, like, I feel bad if they have someone like the person who just gave up and didn't do anything. There we go. Well, they kind of regen themselves in a way, but you know, whatever. If I can get them to do that generator, not any of those, I got them in a 3-gen. It's real nice. I gotta say, the one person did a really good job at looping me and then just stood there like a big dumb. Why? Why are you standing here like a big dumb? Ah, nice. So they are working on that generator over there, which is good. And she just gave up. I don't understand it. Like, Huntress, she did a really good job at anti-looping me. She did a really good job at looping me. I don't quite understand why she would have given up. Really? You were over here? What are you doing over here? Ah, okay. Waste God pallet, that's fine with me. The one thing I always hate about the cornfield is it's always so hard to like see scratch marks and stuff like that through. There we go. Yeah, I'm not quite understanding some of these survivor tactics that they've been doing, but you guys get the main point. Like, you really need to utilize the hatchet throws. They actually, I'm fairly certain they changed how she works in a way. It used to be like she just immediately could swing right after you threw a hatchet, and I do believe they changed that, so it's no longer the case. If this Jake 4%, so I'll give Jake the win. I'll give him the hatch. But it's no longer that way. It's now like you have to have a cooldown and stuff like that, which I actually really quite like. They rebalanced Huntress a couple of times. Nothing ever too crazy, but just enough to do a little bit. And nope, that's game. And like, she feels good. I am not the best with her, obviously. Obviously I can still, you know, hang with the cool kids in that regard, but oh, I heard the hatch over on my right. You get the main idea of how the Huntress goes. Open maps are gonna be your best friend. Semi-open maps, not like fully open maps. These two kind of just screwed the rest of the team, and I kind of feel bad for them. But I mean, that's pretty much how the Huntress goes in the end. Oh, good. I'm now rank 8. Joy. Use your hatchets as much as you can. The iridescent head is super OP, and what else? Just keep pressure on the survivors, and kind of let Ruin do the work with the generators, because if you keep them all kind of like focusing on each other, they're gonna have less time to look for the totem or do generators. And so if you can continuously have someone on the hook, which I know that's the ideal situation anytime, but if you can continuously try to have someone on the hook or be chasing after someone, 9 times out of 10 you're going to notice that you're going to do at least halfway decently when it comes to playing as the Huntress, at least in my experience. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know if there's any way that I said that could have been done better down in the comments below as well. And I will see all of you guys next time. Bye, guys!